masks here. Mask place. Good to see you. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brian Kelsey. That, of course, as always, is Pete Schifo. Welcome to the show. Pete, this is fantastic. It's a premiere episode with no masks. Guests, we're all vaccinated. Guests can now come and sit down here.
Not today, though.
Not today, which is kind of ironic. Our guest today will be, I guess, via satellite. Pete's been shining the satellite. Uplink. Oiling the satellite in the back. Gilbert Gottfried is here today, ladies and gentlemen. But first, Pete, we talk about this all the time. I'll be honest, trying to book celebrities to come into this garage is no easy task, and I'm not exactly sure why, because it's comfortable in here. Of course, we provide drinks. We've got a huge fan base of both Pete and Mai's mom. Hello, Mrs. Schifo, hello, Mom. And but you can imagine, though, we get a lot of rejection letters. So we like to read those occasionally in a segment we like to call Electronic Mail Rejection Letters. Notes here. Pete, these are, I get these on my internet service, on my web. I believe it's a PC, interwebs. That's where I get them from. These are actual letters from actual people. Letter number 1. Dear Brian, thank you for your request. Unfortunately, at this time, Keith is not doing any interviews and enjoying quiet time with his family. With kind regards, Jane. So it's a shame. I would love to have Keith on here.
Right, sorry. There's a little more.
Sorry, what, Pete?
There's a little more.
There's what? A little more? Oh, no. I didn't see. P.S. We'll reconsider if you get a 2-car garage. We could be moving up. Fingers crossed on that one. It's hot in here. It's humid outside. I wore my white pants because it's humid with no age. Rejection letter number 2. Hi, Brian. Thanks for reaching out. We appreciate the ask, but she is unfortunately not available at this time. All the best, Bailey. Now, I loved her documentary. That's why I reached out. So I thought it would be fun to have on the show.
There's a little.
Sorry, what?
No, there's a little more in that.
I can't hear. There's more? Look, there's a. Let's see here. P.S. For future reference, Miss Fry only does interviews in tree houses or with teenage witches. I guess that's because she's Punky Brewster and the. Are you sure the satellite's working? I don't want Gilbert. I don't want Gilbert disconnecting. Nope. It's all shined up. It's oiled up. Rejection letter number 3. Thanks, Brian, but this is still a no for now. Best, Erica. And I've asked several times. They were they bought a goat in upstate Connecticut, and I saw it. I thought maybe, they would want to come here. So, what's that? Another one?
That one, too.
I keep missing. Oh, yeah, I see. P.S., by the way, we're sure that you are already 6 degrees separated from both Mr. Bacon and Mrs. Sedgwick, and that's good enough for us. Well, I guess sense of humor. That is email rejection letters. It's a darn shame. But, speaking of trying to get celebrity guests, it's very difficult, as you can imagine, as you just heard from the many rejection letters. I want to play a little piece of tape, Pete. Pete and I were sitting around the other day. It's a couple guys having some beer, watching Matlock. We were watching Golden Girls. Murder, She Wrote. And trying to think of ways to get celebrities, actual celebrities, genuine celebrities to come in here and sit in this chair. And like a bolt of lightning, it occurred to us. To get celebrities, we need to go where the celebrities go. Take a look. Even the biggest of celebrities need their dry cleaning done from time to time. What with the dinners at Spago, lunches at Le Cirque, they can build up quite the amount of stains. And when they do, they come here. Are there any celebrities in here? How many celebrities would you say come in here every day? Hold on, what is it? I believe I've spotted television star Tom Bergeron's dry cleaning. Right there. There it is. Can I try on some of the clothes that people have left for dry cleaning? Yes or no? Over my shoulder, Pete, the star of stage and screen, Betty Buckley. Betty! I brought a picture, headshot. It's a little old. It's a couple years ago. I had gained some weight since then. But I noticed there's no celebrity photos up here. I wonder if I should be just... I
think we're getting close with her. I don't know how much more.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, while we didn't see any celebrities, we did make a friend.
She might just be ignoring you now. Oh. I hope she's not calling the police. Oh, God, no.
Pete, fire up the satellite dish. Check the uplink. Our guest today is a comedian who's been doing stand-up since the age of 15. In 1980, he was cast on SNL, went on to get a big break on MTV, and has been in every movie you can think of, including Beverly Hills Cop 2, Problem Child, Look Who's Talking 2, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, and so on and so on. He was also the host of a very popular late-night movie series on USA Up All Night. And after his stellar performance as the wisecracking parrot Iago, is that how you pronounce it? Iago? In the Disney classic Aladdin, Gottfried became one of the most recognizable voiceover talents, lending his voice to several commercials, cartoons, and movies, including the frustrated duck in the Aflac insurance commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert Gottfried. There he is.
Could hold the crowds back.
Oh, it's just amazing. Gilbert, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
You look fantastic. Hey, I gotta start right in because you started comedy when you were 15. You actually dropped out of high school. I've been dying to know what was that conversation like with your parents? Where you're like, hey, Mom, Dad, by the way, I'm leaving high school. What was that like?
That didn't go well. And it's like I never told them I was leaving high school. I just stopped showing up, and then they found out eventually. And the idea that they had a son with hardly any education, and who thinks, oh, he'll be the next, Bob Hope or whatever. And it's like back then, the idea of show business was further away than it is nowadays. It was like showbiz people didn't exist in real life.
When did they actually realize that you had made it? You're like, I'm sure they were like, Gilbert, listen, it's a tough business. When were they like, you made it?
Well, with my father was gone before. He didn't see any of it. My mother, she saw Beverly Hills Cop 2, and she would watch me on Hollywood Squares and on TV shows and stuff.
And that's when she realized, you know what, my son, he's made it.
Yeah, or my son's not as big mental deficient as I originally thought.
You've had your share of trouble with different things, with either what you do on stage and the voiceovers and the whole combination. It's such a delicate climate now. Has it changed the way that you tell jokes?
It's insane, and it just gets more and more insane. But I'm proud to say I think I was like the first, or one of the first to get canceled. And so I was ahead of the curve. I'm proud of that. Yeah, but when I was doing Aflac, I was canceled. And so they canceled me, fired me, got loads of free publicity, hired another guy to imitate my voice for less money, thus bringing closure to a horrible tragedy.
So let's talk about your podcast, because I think it's so funny how when the pandemic hit, everybody started a podcast because everybody's home and they have nothing to do. But you've had yours since 2014, and it's called Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. Tell us a little bit about that and why you started it.
The podcast was just it was my wife's idea, and yeah, and now it's been it's like concentrate on old Hollywood, and we've had on like Bruce Stern, Dick Van Dyke, Carl Reiner, Norman Lear. It's amazing the people we've got. We also had, because I'm a monster freak. I'm one of those old time monster freaks, and we had on Janet Ann Gallo. And when she was a little girl, she was in the movie Ghost of Frankenstein with Lon Chaney and Bela Lugosi. And an even older picture, we had on Donnie Dunnigan, who was in Son of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi.
Interesting. And now here's the problem, though. With a podcast like this, most everybody's dead. How do you find your guests?
That's a tough one. It's like I feel like the Grim Reaper. It's like you call up someone who's in their 90s or so, and you go, "Would you like to do my podcast?" And they go, "Yes, I'd love to." And then the next day, they're dead.
You mentioned your wife. I don't know that people know the softer side of Gilbert Gottfried. I want to know, what's it like? What do you do around the house? I mean,
as a father, I like to do. I think a lot of fathers do, which is try to be by yourself and ignore what's going on in the house,
or take a nap. Okay, I want to talk really quickly about SNL because I love this story. Gilbert was cast on SNL at probably the worst time you could ever be cast on SNL, which is right after the star-studded cast of the late 70s, 1980. You were on, and that was a no-win situation. Am I right?
Yeah, it was like at the height of Friends. If you got rid of the cast of Friends and replaced all of them and said, the show will continue. Or like if you replaced all four Beatles at the height of Beatlemania, yep. And you said, just ignore it. Just pretend nothing's different. And so they were the press was attacking the show even before it was on the air. I mean, they were saying, how it was like sacrilege. And granted, when we got on the air, we sucked, but it was a horrible time to be on.
One other thing, Pete and I are big fans of Cameo. I just noticed that you are now on Cameo, and if you don't know what Cameo is, it's an app where you can pay for celebrities to, wish you happy birthday or whatever. Have you gotten a lot of business? What's it like?
Yeah, Cameo. I mean, a few years ago, someone told my wife about it. I figured, the way I do a lot of things, put my name there. And I figured, the place will close up before anything happens. And now I'm just years later. I still, you go to cameo.com/Gilbert Gottfried, and you get personalized shout outs from me for like weddings, bar mitzvahs, Father's Day, Christmas, whatever.
What's the strangest?
Yeah, that's a good question. What are some of the strangest requests? Oh, we got a call. Who's calling?
Wait.
Is that me? Who's calling?
Oh, that's probably someone who's calling to fire me from some.
What's some of the strangest Cameo requests that you've gotten? Anything really weird?
Well, I got about 3 where I congratulate people for their sex change operation, which was very odd. And I did one where they gave me something to say. Just read this. And I read it. And next thing you know, all over the internet, people are deciphering what I read with millions of clues according to what I said, when I was born, and everything. And they figured out that I was giving a message that I was going to blow up the Golden Gate Bridge. When I was listening, after a while, I went through all those clues, and I thought, yeah, I guess I am. Yeah.
Very reasonable price, I think. If you compare other people on Cameo, I think you're $179. And if you look at, like, I can't remember who, there are some people that are like $5,000 to say $5,000. Who's paying $5,000 to wish a happy birthday?
Yeah, I don't know, but the people who are ordering that, I'd like to get them.
Okay, so we gotta move along here because I know you gotta go. Before you do, so you are famous for imitations. Can I give you like a lightning round and of a few names,
Okay.
and you just do them?
Yeah.
Okay. Larry David.
I was doing this show. Curb. I don't know what they want me to do. That.
Dice.
Hey, what are you, a homo? Hey, hickory dickory dock. Oh!
Jerry Seinfeld.
Why do they call it margarine? Why don't they call it butter? Why do they call it imitation butter? It's like, it looks and tastes like butter, but it's not. It's margarine.
Oh my God, Bill Cosby.
Where you know a rice bowl and it goes into the thing and
One more. My favorite, my former boss, Howard Stern.
I never did a Howard show.
Never? Give me, how about a Baba Booey? Give me somebody from the Stern Show.
Oh, Baba Booey. I just got to talk to someone on the phone. Woof.
Gilbert Gottfried, everybody. Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you, Pete. Thank you.